How's everyone doing tonight? I'm I'm responding to a comment from my guest Eighth Darth. This person wanted me to put on another video to explain myself a little better. So here I am. Alright, let me start. As people who have seen my video before, I make the claim that I'm 9.2 the beast. Now, I want to make it clear that this didn't come from my own thinking. Up to the year 2001, I didn't really know who Aleister Crowley was. I didn't know who he was, anything about the person. How I found out that I am 9.2 the beast was after getting to the study of the occult and trying to make a decision while I was in prison which material to buy. While in solitary confinement, after receiving a long list of possible books that I could buy from Barnes and Noble, after sleeping on the decision to wake up with the decision, I had I had an intense pain in the back of my neck and this overwhelming urge that I need to get Aleister Crowley's book, Magic ABA. I also bought the Book of the Law with it. Now, after only 2 days of having the book, a non-physical entity, well, several non-physical entities, female voices, placed me into a trance and told me that I am 9.2 the beast. I quickly realized that his statements of somebody that was coming after was me, but not just because I was told that. Intuition already told me that, but I ignored it. But, and I'll repeat, a non-physical entity, well, not physical to my eyes or whatever. I don't know how else to put it. I don't like to say ghosts and stupidness, I don't like to even use the term spirits and stuff like that. I like to say stuff that a non-physical entity. I don't understand what it is. Told me that I'm 9.2 the beast. I didn't understand it for a whole 2 years. It made no sense to me, even though I was told by this non-physical entity to tell people. I didn't know who to tell. This also came with several visions. But mind you, this was not the first time. Mind you, that happened in 2003. But other things had happened to me when I was younger. Something happened to me when I was 16. Uh, an entity that is in Crowley's books explained an entity that's in Crowley's books. Mind you, it's a vision that you don't want to speak on. You feel that if you speak on it, you did something wrong. So I'm trying not to speak on it. But what I will say, an entity that's in Crowley's books, or a name that Crowley uses, told me all about myself and how I'm supposed to be unique, more unique than the average, than anybody else. And it made no sense to me when I was 17 having this vision. I ignored it. But that's stuff happened to me when I was younger. I was born with the spirit of Iwis. Well, maybe not born, because I don't know, can't remember then. But when I was younger, the spirit of what Crowley calls Iwis was in me then. What I remember is another consciousness answering questions for me. People used to, my mother used, it was said I was a genius then, but supposedly I was left at my age 4, or sometime at age 3. The stuff about 9.2 Beast after having reading Aleister Crowley's book, did all these things start to make sense. And the average, no one else is gonna know this, but his material, his books were written. It sounds stupid to say that his books are written for him in his next incarnation, but that's that's the case. His books are speaking to me loud and clear. Why would a person put his biography for 3 something times if it's written in his book, in Crowley's book, that non-physical entities told him to talk about every little detail about himself, that this would be important. It wasn't for the masses. It's his books were written for me. When I read much of his material, certain lines are not, they will mean nothing for the average person that reads them. Then there's things that happen in, like, the holy books, that happened to me in my past, and things that will be happening in the future. It's hard to really explain all this in detail on a video, on a YouTube video. It, it's hard to explain this. This all makes sense to me. I can't really. I could easily. It's easier for me to respond to questions. Tonight I'll be making a couple videos. Titles of them will say they'll be called 9.2 The Beast. Speak. This will be speaks 1. The next couple will be 1, 2, 3 consecutive, whatever. And I'll explain other things. Whatever comes, I'm making this on the job. Now, I'm not writing anything down. Whatever thoughts come to my head about this particular topic, I'm speaking as it comes. I don't really edit my videos. I just put the camera there and speak. I'm basically done for this one. I don't know what else to say for this. I explained that this didn't come from my own thinking. It came from a non-physical entity. To tell you how many visions from this non-physical entity